So I guess I'll start off with you are visiting us ahead of your favorite woman tour, your upcoming tour.
Yes.
How are you gearing up for that right now? Are you focusing more on like resting, being laid back, or sort of last minute prep?
No, I'm just prepping, which I feel like is sometimes you have to prep by not prepping. Does that make sense? Sometimes you have to prep by like not doing anything, and then sometimes you have to prep by going, it's all wrong, and like really panicking and freaking out. So I'm like doing a combination of those two things.
With the full frontal, you often sort of joke about topics that don't have that much light, like some restriction of sort of abortion rights care, gender affirming care. How do you sort of tackle bringing some sort of lightheartedness or levity to some of these stories that are a little bit more complex, a little bit more painful sometimes?
We would only really tackle issues that we felt like we could find humor in, that we felt like there was any lightness that could be brought forth, and if there wasn't a potential for that, then we wouldn't do the story.
Absolutely, and then that's sort of a perfect segue. You've been working on this docuseries with Soledad O'Brien about women's healthcare. Talk sort of a little bit about that and maybe how that kind of came to fruition, came to be as an idea.
Well, definitely we've been wanting to work on a show together in the women's health space because quite frankly, there's just like so much misinformation, disinformation, like people just don't really understand how little women's bodies have been studied, how much the male body has been used as a template for all medical research, and maternal death rate in America is like outrageously high. There's just so many issues in the world of women's health. It feels like it would lend itself to a really great show.
And then talking about sort of all these shows, your past shows, the ones you're working on, with the current state of television feeling a little shaky to say the least.
Super shaky.
I know you've dealt with some of your own cancellations. It's something so many people have been dealing with. How do you think the industry can sort of best support creators, and how can creators kind of support each other with this landscape?
I don't know that I have any great advice for engaging with the actual television industry right now, because it is really tough, and we are kind of like on the cusp of like a writer's strike, and it's feeling really, as you're saying, like very rocky. I really don't know how to answer that question. It is not easy right now.